anybody can sue, and maybe Kimmel will decide that there's a reason to sue based on trying to get a better deal of something. But litigation is going to be difficult, at least from what we know factually. The reality is, obviously, any private company can discipline whoever it wants, and it will depend on the terms of the contract. I have no idea what's in Jimmy Kimmel's contract. There could be some clauses about, public responses to certain issues, even though I actually heard the comment on the radio or on television, but I was listening in my car. So I didn't see the photo that, Tom, you were mentioning. So I had no idea there was a second part to that as to what made the joke, because the comments itself, there wasn't anything funny about it at all. It was just a statement, and it was a statement that many of us were saying, including us, on the podcast, and thousands of other people. ABC, Disney reacted before the FCC did anything. Yeah. So Brendan Carr made that comment of, we can do it the easy way, we can do it the hard way. But
it had already been done.
But Kimmel would have to prove that ABC bent to the pressure of the FCC. And if ABC says, no, we didn't do that, we're just making a business decision here, we thought it would be the best thing, then that would undermine Kimmel's any litigation against the FCC. He could theoretically try and say interference with contractual relations, but the U.S. government most likely has sovereign immunity under the Federal Tort Claims Act and dealing with contracts. He could have a case against ABC Disney. Again, it goes and depends on what his contract says. I imagine something's going to happen where he's going to get a payout regardless of whether he returns or not, and we'll see what happens to him career-wise.
My question, though, is more pointedly. Go ahead, Tom.
Okay, you said you heard it on the radio or whatever. You did see the picture. It was actually a video of the White House. Someone asked him about Charlie Kirk, and he goes, "Oh, so sad. Hey, look over there. I'm building."
I know the video. Yeah, I know exactly when he was talking about.
Well, he's building the ballroom. Yeah, I love Charlie Kirk. Look where they're going to bury me. There's the ballroom. I ain't leaving until they put me in there. Yeah, that one.
I mean, it's really.
But wait a minute. But before you go there, my question is, look, the First Amendment, a lot of people sometimes get the damn thing wrong. It's not me saying, okay, you can say what you want, Tom, or you can say what you want, Mark, it's okay with me. It has nothing to do. The First Amendment is particularly against the government restricting speech. So if Donald Trump comes out and had in any way, or the FCC in any way influenced it, that's a First Amendment. That's definitely against the First Amendment. And every appearance is that that's exactly what happened. That the government got pissed off and Jimmy Kimmel had to suffer because of it. So isn't the remedy there somewhere within the First Amendment?
So look, sure.
Okay.
But obviously there is or are limitations under the First Amendment of what any of us can do. All right. You can't yell fire in a crowded theater type thing. But even with respect to
satire and comedy is well protected.
Public airwaves. Right, George Carlin's old bit about the 7 dirty words.
Yeah,
right.
Shit, piss, cunt, motherfucker. Shit, piss, cop, motherfucker, damn and tits.
and all of that, as far as what social attitude allows, right? That changes from decade to decade. I mean, we see and there's a difference between cable news and regular television. In the sense of like ABC.
But in no way does it limit what you could say about the leader, right? We've never had that.
Not in that way. Sure. No. Yeah, okay. I mean, this is why I say the Goebbels quote. But whether or not there's a legal remedy, right? Again, it wasn't as if it was an implicit threat. We don't know the extent to which ABC, I mean, we can surmise clearly, here's 1 + 1 seemingly equals 2. But there's all sorts of defenses and statements that ABC can make so that it doesn't look like it was the U.S. government that took the action.
Yeah,
and of course that's what they're saying. Hey, ABC did it. We didn't do it. And
even though the FCC threat. Yeah.
Well, you can do this. I'll be the lawyer on the other side. You can do it the easy way or the hard way, with no definition of what either way is. So who's to say what
Just
what
the
that would have
implied threat. It's not an overt threat.
Right. The hard way could be we're gonna initiate administrative proceedings against you. We're gonna have some hearings about it. It doesn't mean that we're gonna kick you off or take your license away. I mean, that's the implicit threat, of course.
Right.
But there's too much wiggle room. It's
Right.
not a really good legal case